You just answered some questions to Mr. Fawcett regarding places you'd lived while the children were growing up and things of that nature. Didn't you also live in DeKalb County for a while?
Yes, we did.
Okay. And was that before you moved? It was before you moved to Locust Grove, right?
Yes, that was before, in between Ellenwood and Stockbridge.
Okay. And the daughters lived with you at that time too, right?
Yes, they did.
Okay. There was some testimony on Friday regarding comparisons between Tina and Melissa.
Right.
I think you say Tina, is that correct?
It's Tina, yes.
That Tina was more of a daddy's girl,
Yes,
robust and rebellious,
yes,
hard-headed maybe,
yes,
and Melissa was more of your baby.
yeah,
She was soft, shy,
yes,
quiet. So they were very much opposites as far as
pretty much.
girls go. You've been speaking about Melissa's case for many years, haven't you?
Yes, I have.
You've told your stories many, many times, haven't you?
Yes,
You've done police interviews, correct?
yes,
And as you've just discussed, podcasts.
yes.
You've spoken at true crime conferences. Is that correct?
Crime and con,
And you've done media interviews.
a few.
You've been asked many, many times, when did you first feel that something was wrong with Melissa? Haven't you?
When she didn't call or come to see me on Christmas Day, 1998.
And you knew in your gut something was wrong at that moment.
Yes.
And Melissa didn't have a phone.
No, sir.
She didn't have a landline.
No,
She didn't
sir.
have any way to contact her.
Right.
So when you got worried enough, all you could do is drive up and check on her.
Right.
So you did go drive up and check on her.
We did, but not until after my birthday.
And Carl went with you, right?
Yes.
And you just testified that Carl had grown up in College Park.
Right.
And that's kind of down near the airport, right?
Right.
And also in East Point. Is that right?
I'm not sure about East Point.
Didn't his grandfather have a house on Main Street in College Park?
I do not know.
But he knew the area in general, didn't he?
I would assume so.
When Melissa didn't call you on your birthday, as you said, you and Carl drove up to Brookline Street to their house, didn't you?
Yes, we did.
And you and Carl went together. You found their house empty. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And you talked to the neighbors.
Carl talked to the neighbor.
Carl talked to the neighbors. And when I say you in that context, I mean you and Carl collectively. And you and Carl apparently learned from those people at the same time that Chris had moved out around Christmas.
Yes, sir.
And that he had worked at Action Glass around the corner
Yes, sir.
on Avon Avenue.
Yes.
Do you remember talking to Detective Shepard in 2021
Yes, sir.
as part of getting the investigation of this case re-going again?
Yes.
And do you remember telling Detective Shepard at that time that it wasn't until late 1999 or early 2000 until you went up there?
I really don't remember.
If I were to show you a transcript of that interview, would it refresh your memory?
Possibly.
May I approach, Your Honor?
Yes.
I apologize for the fine print. I hope your glasses can read that. But you can start here and you can read the highlighted portion.
That's just like he says that Carl. No.
Read to yourself. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Read to
I'm
yourself
sorry.
and see if that refreshes your memory. Refresh your memory of talking with Detective Shepard.
Yes, sir.
And you told Shepard at that time that you didn't know where Christopher worked until 1999 or early 2000, correct?
Correct.
And every time you went up there looking, you got told Chris worked somewhere else.
Right.
But you testified on Friday and here this morning specifically that you guys actually went up there in February of 1999, correct?
Correct.
And that was 2 months before Melissa's remains were found, isn't it?
Yes.
Do you remember appearing or speaking or giving an interview for Cheryl McCollum's podcasts?
Yes.
And do you remember on one of those podcasts, you said that you'd never even, when you heard the news story of a human head discovered on Avon Avenue, you'd never even heard of Avon Avenue and didn't know where Christopher worked?
I did not know the name of the road that Action Glass was on. I only knew Action Glass. I did not associate Avon Avenue with that because, to my recollection, as I traveled around 285, there was an Avon Avenue off 285. So that's where I thought Avon Avenue was.
I see.
I did not make the connection to Avon Avenue and Action Glass until 2003 when Calhoun took me to the location.
Okay.
That's when I connected the two places.
And you're testifying that you believe there's an Avon Avenue exit on 285.
There used to be I don't know that it was Avon exit, but there was, Avon was listed at an exit.
Okay. Do you remember doing a podcast with Ms. McCollum and Karen Greer called CSI Atlanta?
Yes, sir.
And do you remember that in yet another version of this story, you said that it was after Christmas that you and Carl went up there and found the house empty?
I don't recall that.
Okay. Do you deny saying that?
No, I don't. I don't deny it. I just don't recall it.
Okay. Do you recall being interviewed by Detective Calhoun in 2003, which I understand is a long time ago?
Yes.
I can't remember where I parked sometime on the same day. So you told him that when you got worried after your birthday, you went to Christopher's mother's house.
I did not go. When I went to Kathy's house, I caught her coming out. I don't remember the exact date or even what month it was, but I was riding by her house, saw her getting out of the car, and I pulled in there and asked her where Melissa was.
Okay. And that was after she had been identified or before? Obviously it was before.
This was back in 1999.
Okay.
When she was missing.
In all your interviews, however, you've been very consistent and made it very clear that on one thing, and that is that you despised Christopher from the very first time you saw him. Is that correct?
Yeah, pretty much.
You said that you didn't like the way his eyes looked.
Right.
You've said in podcasts that you just saw meanness in his eyes.
As my mother would say, that's...
The very first time you met him, and he would have been about, what, 15 years old?
Somewhere around there.
Maybe even a little bit younger?
Older, maybe.
Maybe a little older?
Because I believe he was driving at that point.
When he first started dating Melissa, you had him arrested at your house many times, didn't you?
I did.
Reported him as trespassing.
Yes.
How many times would you say? 8? 10?
I don't know.
You did everything.
Make a guess.
I'm sorry.
I wouldn't make a guess.
Okay. You did everything you could to prevent them from dating, though, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
You moved her. You moved her to a separate location for a while, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
You isolated her. You tried to prevent her from leaving your house. Correct?
Correct.
You tried to make her take birth control.
I did make her take birth control. I thought I was
Although
making her take.
as you testified on Friday, she was pretending to take it and not taking it.
Right.
You remember telling Detective Calhoun in 2003 that the reason the birth control didn't work was because you brought her back out of hiding too soon before it had time to take effect.
Yes.
Okay. But you testified on Friday that what actually was going on, as we just discussed, was that she was pretending to take it but not really taking it.
Right.
And doesn't that indicate that she was okay with getting pregnant?
Yes.
As you see it, Christopher took her away from you, right?
Right.
And you've never forgiven him for that, have you?
No.
And you worked even while they were married to get her away from him, didn't you?
No. How did I do that?
Your daughter Tina also joined you in trying to get her away from Chris while they were married.
I don't know how to answer that. I didn't do anything.
Well, if you say, I don't know. If you don't know, you don't know, right? That's fine. When was the first time you remember Melissa running away from home? Now, I'm not asking you why she ran away. I'm just remembering, when was the first time you remember her running away from home?
When she met Chris.
And you always reported her as a runaway, correct?
I did.
And Carl always spanked her when she came home from running away, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
Do you recall an episode where Melissa found a dead baby in a clothes hamper in your house?
Yes.
Wasn't your daughter Tina prosecuted for that?
Yes, she was.
I'm going to object grounds of relevance.
So that second question, I'm going to sustain your objection, but the first question is overruled. Go ahead, Mr. McDermott.
Wasn't it Melissa that found that baby?
Yes.
And was that around 1992?
1991.
91. And Melissa would have been 14 years old at that time, right?
Right.
Okay. Now, as you discussed, I think earlier in your testimony, you're aware that Melissa turned over temporary custody of her children to Christopher's parents in 1996.
Yes.
Mr. Fawcett, and you presented us with a letter on Friday that Melissa, you say, wrote to you before that.
Yes.
And have you read this letter?
Yes.
And in this letter, she states that that she's pregnant with Joey at the time, right?
Yes.
And she was anticipating that you might be upset about that. Is that fair to say?
I didn't think so.
You didn't think she was anticipating that? I'm assuming I don't need to ask her.
No, you do not. Thank you.
Can you read this line here just to yourself? And this line, if you would, please. Was Melissa anticipating you being angry with her for being pregnant again?
Yes, she was.
And is it your understanding from this letter that Melissa was expecting to have her tubes tied after this?
I don't know. I don't recall seeing that in that letter.
Okay, let's try it. Start. I'm sorry, read the underlined portions here. I'm sorry for the difficulty.
It's in there, but that's not something we discussed.
So did Melissa write to you saying that this was her last child and she expected to have her tubes tied afterwards?
Yes.
Okay. So when Melissa told a judge in October, November, I guess it was November of 1998, that she was pregnant. Did you
Yes.
believe she was pregnant at the time?
I did not know.
Did she look pregnant at the time?
I don't think so.
Okay. And would telling a judge that you're pregnant be something someone in her position might have done to try to get leniency from the judge?
Speculation.
Don't answer that, and sustained.
Okay. After you went up to Brookline Street and got her in July of 98, you took her to courthouse to help regain custody of her children. Is that correct?
Yes,
Okay. The date of the Brookline incident was July 21st,
yes,
and then you took her to the Fulton County Court on the next day, which was the 22nd. Is that correct?
no, sir. It didn't go. We didn't have to go to Fulton County to do that.
No.
because-
I'm sorry. I did confuse, and I want to be clear. So step back from the probate court question for a moment. But after the incident on Brookline Street, didn't you take her to the Fulton County Court to file a report, to file for a TPO?
No, sir.
Okay. So how did Melissa did she spend a few days with you after that? You picked her up on Brookline Street?
Yes, she did.
Okay. And how did she get down to your place?
We picked her up on July the 21st.
So she rode to your place with you.
Yes.
Did she have a car?
No.
Not at that time. So when she went to the probate court in Henry County to deal with the matter of the children, you took her there?
Yes.
Okay. And so you were with her, you were right alongside her when she filed that application, is that correct?
Correct.
Do you remember speaking with Detective Shepard about this issue?
No, I don't.
Do you remember showing him the documents that you had filed in order to get the children back?
Yes.
Okay. And do you remember telling him at that point that your understanding of how it worked with temporary guardianship was all you had to say was, I want my kids back?
Right.
Okay. And then the court would give them back to you
Right.
from the temporary guardian. Was that also, do you know at the time, was that also Melissa's understanding?
Yes.
Okay. So did she file the I want my kids back papers?
Yes.
And she was with you?
Yes.
And did you go get physical custody of the children?
Yes.
Did you have the children physically, not with you at that time, but with you in your house at that time?
Yes.
Okay. And she was away from Chris, right?
Yes.
Okay. But she had a court date at the end of that week, right?
Yes, she did.
Okay. And you've already discussed about how you went to that court date and Christopher asked if he could speak to her alone, I think were
Yes.
your words.
Yes.
And the judge allowed that.
Yes.
And when you say that he spoke to her alone, did they go into a private room somewhere?
Yes, they did.
They did. The judge allowed them to go to just those two into a private room.
Yes.
Okay. And when they came out, she had all that in her favor already. Her kids back, her legal papers back, with you, and the kids with you.
Yes.
And she chose Chris.
Yes.
And that was on July 29th, 1998.
Yes.
And after that, sometime after that, didn't she and Chris turn over permanent custody to
Yes.
Christopher's parents?
Yes.
Okay. Do you remember what date that was?
July 29th.
The exact same day.
Yes.
So they drove from Fulton County Court straight to Henry County Court
Yes.
and made that permanent.
Yes.
Okay. You stated that when you saw Melissa in the summer of 1998, she was wearing long sleeves and blue jeans.
Yes.
And it was in the middle of July.
Yes.
And you stated you didn't observe any bruises at that time because she had long sleeves and blue jeans on.
Right.
In fact, when you talked to Detective Calhoun originally in 2003, You never even mentioned anything about scrapes or bruises at all, did you?
I don't believe I did.
You never mentioned anything about her being drug on the sidewalk, did you?
I don't recall.
Fair enough. And you've testified here that Melissa was in fact rearrested in October of 1998. Is that correct?
It was before October 98. She was in DeKalb County Jail in September of 1998 on her birthday.
In September?
Yes.
Okay.
And she did not go to court until November.
Okay. Do you remember why she had been arrested?
Violation of probation.
And do you remember how she had violated her probation?
To my understanding, she left Chris again after July, that she left him again in August.
If I told you it was because of her not taking GED classes and not performing community service according to the terms of her probation, would that sound correct to you?
I do not know.
Okay. And so according to you, she spent from her birthday, sometime around her birthday, until early November in jail.
Yes,
So you're saying she was in jail for 60 days, or roughly 60 days, 2 months?
roughly, yeah.
Okay. And when she was let out of jail, was her sentence done at that point, or did they leave her terms of probation in place?
They reinstated her probation.
Okay. And one of the terms of that probation would be that she has to check in regularly with the probation officer, is that right?
I would assume so, yes.
And are you aware that Melissa quit contacting her parole officer after December 10th of 1998?
I do not know.
Are you aware that she never reported in person to the probation officer after the days she was let out of jail?
I'm unaware. I do not know.
Now, you've mentioned that your husband, Carl Patton, eventually confessed to murdering 5 people. Is that correct?
Yes.
And for one of his victims,
Can I get a drink of water?
can we get some?
Yes. Thank you.
You trust me, don't you?
Could you open it for me?
Understood.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Hilton. Thank you, Mr. Wolfenbarger. Mr. McDermott.
Thank you. You're welcome. For one of Carl's victims, did he try to approach?
Sure. Mr. McKinley.
So I'm going to back up a little bit. Just generally speaking, were you involved with some of Mr. Patton's murders?
I helped him dispose of the bodies.
Okay. So you were involved?
Yes,
Okay. And did you, for some of the murders, you were not involved, is that correct?
that's correct.
But you overheard Carl making plans for them?
Yes,
And you testified about this under oath in Fayette County in 2023, is that correct?
20.
I'm sorry, I made the mistake so many people have so far. In 2003.
Correct.
Yeah, got it. So, and you testified at some length about the details that you knew of his murders.
I answered all the questions that they asked, yes.
Okay. How long would you? Actually, let's do that. Just a moment, Your Honor.
Sure. Yes.
Do you recognize this photograph?
Yes,
And you could say who that is?
that is me.
Yeah, well, you don't have to say it yet, I'm just asking.
No,
And can you
yes,
say, do you know, you will be able to say what the occasion was for that?
yes.
And who was it in that photograph?
It was me
And when was that?
in Fayette County when I testified against Carl.
Your Honor, I request to move this into evidence.
Does it have an exhibit number?
Defense 6, please.
Defense 6, Mr. Fussett?
No objection.
Okay, defense 6 is admitted. Go ahead.
Published to the jury.
Sure.
How long would you say that you testified on that day?
I don't recall the length of time,
15 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes?
probably 15.
Okay. So you were aware of several of the details of Carl Patton's murders.
Yes,
And for one of those murders, did he try to stage the crime scene to look like an accident?
yes,
And did he have an accomplice who was his high school best friend?
yes,
And did Carl at some point suspect that his accomplice was telling people about the murder?
yes,
And at that point, did Carl decide to kill that person too?
yes,
And did he also decide to kill that person's girlfriend?
yes,
So it's true that Carl killed some of his victims just because he was afraid they were telling people
yes,
that they knew too much.
yes,
For some of his murders, was it true that Carl wrapped up the bodies in bags?
I do not know.
You testified, as I asked a while ago, that you overheard Carl making plans for one of the murders.
Yes,
Did those plans involve him killing people for money?
I would assume so, yes,
Insurance money?
yes,
Was that the first time you had heard him talk about killing someone?
Yes.
And what did you think at that moment? Did you think, I should get out of this house?
No.
Did you think that was a red flag about your husband?
I loved my husband.
And you didn't go directly to the police when you overheard your husband discussing murdering somebody?
No, I did not.
You, in fact, helped Carl plan the killing of Joe and Lyd, didn't you?
Yes.
And after he killed them, where did he kill them at?
In our living room?
And were any of your daughters home when this happened?
No.
Sorry.
That wasn't open.
Nope, that was me clearing my throat. I apologize.
Didn't you testify in 2003 that Melissa was in her room?
I don't recall.
Was anyone else in the house at the time?
Yes.
Who was that?
His father?
Carl's father?
Yes.
And was he awake?
I don't know.
Didn't you previously testify that he was passed out drunk on the couch?
Probably.
Yeah. Was that a habit of his?
Yes.
Was he an alcoholic?
Yes.
Okay. And did you help Carl dispose of those bodies that you killed in your house?
Yes.
And just briefly, I'm not going to go into a lot of detail, but how did you do that?
I don't understand how to answer that question.
How were those bodies disposed of?
They were in sleeping bags, and we took them to where they were thrown into the water.
So you drove one of them to the Flint River, correct?
Yes.
And how far was that from your house at the time?
I don't know, probably 25 miles.
Okay. And you took the other one to the Ocmulgee River, is that correct?
Correct.
And how far was that from your house?
I don't recall. I don't know.
And if you had this much involvement with your husband, why weren't you prosecuted also?
I was given immunity for my testimony against him.
Okay. And you, in fact, asked for immunity, didn't you?
Well, yes.
Okay. So you ended up serving a year of probation, is that correct?
That's correct.
Carl was especially upset with Lyd, wasn't he?
Yes.
As he saw it, it was her loose tongue that caused him to have to kill his best friend.
Yes.
And did he cut the midsection out of her pants
I have no idea.
after he killed her?
I have no idea.
Okay. Were all of Carl's victims and your victims, were they either close friends or family members?
Family members.
Okay.
I don't, cause Pete was a close friend, Liddy not so much.
Okay. Who was Wendy Archer?
My best friend's daughter.
Okay. And did she come over to your house?
When
During the time Melissa lived with you?
they were younger, growing up, yes.
Okay. Did they spend a lot of time together?
Yes.
And were they locked in a room together?
No.
Okay. Does the name Martin Eric Jackson mean anything to you?
Yes.
Who was Martin?
He was, his mother was common law wife to Fred.
And who was Fred?
Fred was Carl's uncle.
Okay. Was he one of Carl's victims also?
Yes.
Was Mr. White a drug dealer?
Yes.
Okay. Did Martin visit your house?
Eric? Yes.
Did you call him by his middle name?
I'm going to object again on relevance grounds. It simply doesn't have anything to do with the determination of the court.
I'll answer that, but we should probably approach.
Yep, why don't you do that? Mr. Fawcett? The objection's going to be overruled. Mr. McDermott, if you want to rephrase your question, please.
First of all, was it my understanding that you referred to him as Eric?
Right.
Okay. And was Eric someone who was frequently visited your house?
On several occasions, yes.
Was he friends with Carl?
I don't know that you would call him friend. He was Fred Wyatt's stepson
Okay.
through common law marriage.
Okay. And at some point, did Melissa say anything to you about making a complaint against Mr. Jackson?
Yes,
And what was that?
it was that he molested her.
Okay. And how old was she when she made that claim?
I think it was right before her 9th birthday.
Is that when she told you, or is that when she said it happened, or was that the same?
It was when we found out. That's when she told us.
Okay. And did you go to the police with that?
Yes.
And was Mr. Jackson indicted for that?
No, he was not.
And, okay. So there was no prosecution for that?
Right.
Wasn't Mr. Jackson also the son of Richard Russell Jackson?
Yes.
And who was Richard Russell Jackson?
He was a friend of Fred.
And was he also one of Carl Patton's victims?
Yes.
And during the time that Eric Jackson came to your house and associated with your family, did he know that Carl had killed his father?
No.
When did he find out?
Probably not until 2003.
Okay. So Carl continued leading him on as a friend or family member.
Yes.
Now, Carl, because of his crimes, we've heard already, he was convicted, correct?
Correct.
And he was sentenced to 4 consecutive life sentences.
Yes.
And I believe on the 5th one, the judge said, kind of, what's the point? We'll just make this one concurrent, right? And even though Carl had multiple life sentences in jail, he was still technically, or at least as far as you guys understood, eligible for parole, wasn't
Yes,
he? And you firmly expected and planned that Carl would be paroled.
yes,
And you actually thought that was going to happen soon, didn't you?
I hoped.
In 2021, you told investigators in an interview, correct me if I'm wrong, that the only reason Carl had not been paroled already was because his son-in-law had a criminal record and was on probation. Is that correct?
Probably, yes.
If I were to show you a transcript of that interview, would it refresh your memory? Apologizing for the small print.
Okay.
So you told Shepard in that interview that you believed as soon as Christopher got put in jail, you think Carl would get to come back home to you, correct?
That's what I'd hoped, yes.
But that's also what you told him.
Yes.
Right. And you worked tirelessly for years trying to get Christopher arrested, didn't you?
Yes,
You've done podcasts.
yes,
You've done crime conventions.
yes,
And you've repeated these sentiments about parole on Cheryl McCollum's podcasts, haven't you?
yes,
And wasn't Cheryl, in fact, actively advocating for Carl to get parole
yes,
in exchange for him giving her details about his life to write a book about?
yes.
And did Carl and Miss Collum, do you know, carry on an active correspondence?
Yes,
How long did that go on?
several years,
Did you read those letters?
some of them,
Did he talk about thank you for helping me in parole? Do you remember that?
yes,
And that appears in many of his letters, doesn't it?
yes,
If you knew something was wrong with Melissa at Christmas, why did you wait almost 60 days before you went up to check on her?
because I had to convince her daddy that something was wrong.
Do you drive?
Yes,
Do you have a car at the time?
yes,
Why didn't you go by yourself?
because I didn't want to go to Atlanta by myself. He kept telling me that she's going to call today, you know, and giving her more time because she didn't have access to a phone like I had access to a phone.
She worked at Waffle House, didn't she?
Yes,
And she could have called you from Waffle House?
I don't know.
She spent time at her...
She had never called me from Waffle House, so I'm not sure when she worked at Waffle House,
I see.
the time frame of when she worked.
You went up to Brookline after your birthday,
Yes,
found nothing. Why didn't you report her then
I tried to,
to Atlanta?
but yes,
Okay. Do you remember telling Detective Calhoun in 2003 that one reason that you didn't report her is because you had another daughter that left for a long time without contacting you.
And
Do you remember that?
Yes,
Okay. But you just testified earlier that these two daughters were absolutely different.
right. But
She
the
wasn't, go ahead.
The situation was the same.
Right.
They were both over 18. Tina I was always told that because she was over 18, she could come and go as she pleased. And the same thing applied to Melissa. The only difference between Melissa was she was married, which made it more difficult, and she didn't live with me.
But we're talking about their personalities.
Right,
Your reason to Detective Calhoun was you didn't go check on Melissa for a long time because Tina never called you back for a long time. And in fact, Tina had left her children with you, hadn't she?
yes,
But Melissa was an entirely different personality like that. You said
Yes.
she's not bullheaded and rebellious and self-willed like that. She's a mama's girl.
right.
So why would you assume that she's going to act like Tina acted?
I did not assume. I knew that she would call me.
Okay. You said that after your birthday, you started listening to news reports.
Yes,
Do you remember speaking on Ms. McCollum's podcast saying if they said anything about a body being found anywhere, you would listen?
yes,
By the time of your birthday, you had not heard from Melissa for about roughly 3 months, 2 months to 3 months. Was that correct?
correct.
What made you think in that short time frame that there would be a body involved?
I did not know. I just listened to the news, and because I had not heard from Melissa, I was worried.
You said the last time you spoke to Melissa, she asked for a very unique, sentimental Christmas present.
When she was in,
Just yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. And that present was a picture of her pawpaw,
of her with her papa.
her with her pawpaw. And that was Carl Patton's father, correct?
Yes,
Is that the same father that was the alcoholic passed out on the couch?
yes.
No further questions.
Mr. Fawcett?